Hello everybody and welcome to Nat One. We're playing Witchlight. It's Monday. You might be wondering why we started so late and why is this episode
None of your
so
business.
much shorter than usual. Well,
Mind your own.
we are here with Andrew as Flopsy and Peach as Archie.
Hi.
As Lauren cannot make it today and Hallie cannot make it today as planned. So we have just Archie and Flopsy today. So that means that Holland's wild magic is going to make him very sleepy indeed. Now, what we did last session was the party were making their way through... well, first of all, they had a little camp and fought a few red caps, okay? Where it was actually a bit tentative because some people nearly died. But it's okay, everyone's alright now. And then they made their way to the marble camp, where they all made a little statue of Enderlin with a moustache, a middle finger sticking up, and a snot bubble poking out of a nose, because, now get this, the marble camp is situated in an anti-magic field area, where scrying can't penetrate, and no one can watch over them. It's a secret little cave, and Mallow, the marble camp leader, is very proud of his chance to create snarky little, artistic representations of their hatred of Enderlin Moongrave, the hag who lords over yon like a tyrannical overlord. It starts to rain somewhat, and, well, whilst this might be a little area of no magic, it's certainly not an area that's sheltered from the natural weather of rain, of storms, of lightning. Holland immediately drops to sleep exhausted. Octavia and Gleam sort of like hold on to him a bit and keep him sort of like hold him a bit like a little kid, like he's a sleepy boy. But yeah, you received from Mallow, as he was very impressed with your all group hatred of Enderlin, I suppose, and your skills at helping these children Corrids create this statue. He offered for you to have a statue made, and obviously offered to join whatever sort of, effort you are trying to create here to get the Corrids to come back together and all face off against Enderlin. Mallow's well on board for that. And he also offered you a sculpture. Flopsy decided to choose that sculpture to be some sort of relief of an eclipse, as they know that Enderlin doesn't like them. Over to you guys.
Wow, this statue is going to be so cool. I mean, I'm not really a big statue fan, but I think that any statue that's like, useful for getting a hag,
Are you not a fan of regular statues, Archie?
Well, let's just say I had a bad run-in with the statue a few years ago, but I don't want to talk about it.
That's fine. I thought maybe you could consider them quite beautiful in a way, but that to each their own. I think what's around the place is rather brilliant and Mallow, if I can be so bold as to say. I think this is your prize feature. Looking at the clip he's made.
Lovely of you to say. I do like it. It's very nice, isn't it?
Well, one of my favorite things about this, I don't know how much, as we've been walking around, Enderlin has managed to get her prying eye on us. So it feels as if every advantage that we've ever cultivated and brought together could be subject to weakness. At least she knows about it. This statue finally feels like the element of surprise, doesn't it, Archie?
Right. Something even she couldn't predict.
I wish I still had a hat so I could do the trick that you mentioned not 5 seconds ago, to be fair.
Oh, sorry,
Last
I
week.
Oh, do you not have a hat anymore?
I burned the top hat when we were just after we received the tickets from Endelin.
Yes,
I gave my
he
magenta hat to Flopsy.
Gleam comes along and she's like, yes, he threw most of his clothes in the fireplace when Aerith told him that he dresses like shit. That's a quote.
Whoa. Oh, Flopsy, you shouldn't be. Archie like comes up to Flopsy and puts a hand on your shoulder.
No, no,
Listen, if people are saying mean things, you don't have to listen to them.
I didn't really take it as mean, Archie. I found it quite liberating, to be honest. I've always held myself up as someone who needs to dress in a certain way to be who I am, and I always thought that I looked the part. I thought people were looking at me with an impressed look rather than, what they must have really been looking at me for.
And what would that be?
Well, I think the time for self doubt is past, so I don't think everybody thought I was a doddering idiot, but I think that first impressions must have been that I was quite silly. I'm sure I
Silly?
won people over, but come on. He stands in like a ragged, multicolored shirt that is barely buttoned up anymore. It's just kind of holding together in the middle, and a kilt. Come on, Archie, I looked ridiculous. I assume.
You think?
Oh, Flopsy, you're a carnival person. All carnival people dress strangely.
Right. I kind of agree with Gleam, but I think the real point is that it's like, you're the Chicken King, you're from the Witchlight Carnival. These are all things that are you. And I don't know. I don't think you. Well, you say you thought you looked the part. Well, you looked like you. I don't know what other part you'd want to look like. But if you think that's not you, then you don't have to look that way. You can reinvent yourself. But you don't have to feel like you were always silly all these years.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Right.
Octavia's like, my clothes are just, like, made out of stuff that I find. You know, like skins from animals and stuff for my leather and, like, bits of, like foliage. She, like, shows you a shoulder. And she's like, it's kind of just, like, for, like, usefulness, if you get me.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Practicality over presentability.
Yeah, that's the word. Oh, you're so smart.
Right
I
back at you.
suppose in my own way, I was more practical than presentable as well, being at the carnival. I mean,
Exactly.
practicality and presentability are both the same thing there, I think. But if
I
we
don't
are going to
know.
transport.
I know,
Oh,
like, some elves that, like, wear super tight, restrictive clothes and they look really good, but, like, they would be so itchy.
Right.
Yeah.
Like a woolly sweater or something.
Oh no, I mean like really tight, like shirts and like ruffs around their neck, and they're really rich.
Oh, like those bullywugs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Yeah, I don't really like, personally. I mean, my parents used to want me to wear like this like pink dress that was like a, it was like I was wearing like a dome on my hips or something, um, because it would, I swear, like, when I say it stretched out like 30 inches or something, like 30-inch radius, I'm talking about, like, it was a massive dress, and I was like 12, so you know that's a pretty big dress is what I'm saying. And that's like, they'd say, "Oh, Archie, you really are wearing the smallest version of said dress."
Yeah. She like scrumples her nose up at that whole thing.
Scrumple
Well,
as well.
It
Like,
sounded impractical, but I reckon you would rather suit that dress. Flopsy smiles at you because it's clear he doesn't know what would look good or not, so he's joking. He kind of punches your arm to make sure you know it's a joke.
You'd think I'd suit that dress, but I was just saying how I don't like it. Archie being like oblivious to these
Archie,
sort of things.
I would think anybody looks good in anything. As long as they don't look good in it, I'd see the good side.
well,
So does that mean that you think that nice clothes look bad?
what do you think of my outfit? She like spins around a little bit, and it's immaculate. It's great. Like, it's a bit dirty because of the traveling and stuff, but like, it's really sleek, and it's like sort of like a spandex sort of jumpsuit style thing with like it's very skin tight and fitting well, and a bit silvery in its design. Good adornments and stuff,
Flopsy looks like he's pursing his lips as if to stop an explosion coming out of them. It's a bit too coordinated. The lack of colour is a bit uninspiring, and it could do with a bit more of a. It's great. It's not bad. It's a good starting outfit. You see, I can't. I don't know. You said about reinventing myself. I wouldn't even know where to begin. I could slap orange on my trousers. I'd have to get trousers.
Might have to ask Holland's permission as well. That's one of his colors.
Oh, right. I'll scrap orange. So I could go with a peach color on my trousers. And then blue like the sky for a tie.
All right.
Flopsy just freezes as if he's buffering while trying to think of outfits. And it's very clear. His head just starts like veering up and up as he's buffering more.
Well, if you're if Endelin has your lost thing, as I've heard, perhaps just retrieving this sense of fashion will just enable you to make better decisions on it rather than changing who you are or changing how you dress. You could just have the ability to recognize good style.
Right. Maybe you don't need to change who you are, because, like you say, you look the part. And if that's what you want to look like, then there's nothing wrong with that. But obviously I understand, like, not knowing.
How did you used to dress before this happened to you?
I can't really remember that much.
You used to wear like black skinny jeans and like leather jackets, and you had your ear over your eye.
Well, I've had my ear over my eye since I fell off the roof as a child and broke my ear. But yes, I don't really remember a lot of what I used to wear. But back in my parents' house, there were a lot of small jeans, I suppose you would call them.
You do recall that your dad was like being a salesman and stuff like that, like the suited outfit, sort of top hats and tailcoats sort of vibe is a vibe. Yeah.
There was a strange garment that said the word suicide silence on it, and I didn't understand. That's not canon.
They're all emos and rock fans.
Yes, I don't suppose I'll know until I get it back. I don't really think it's going to be that much a change of myself, but for so long I denied the idea that I could have even possibly have been missing something. Ever since coming into Yon, it's been unavoidable for me, so it does feels like there's something hollow in me.
Well, they say you don't know what you have until it's gone, so you could like reverse engineer that concept and say you don't know that you're missing something until it's right in front of you.
Well, either way, I guess you can make a better judgment. Excuse me, a better judgment about it once you retrieve it.
Yes. And I'll make sure to critique everybody's outfit entirely truthfully.
Well, only if they ask.
I hope I don't damage this one too much. It's quite the unique piece. She's very proud of this outfit she has.
Well, it still stands that... Oh, sorry.
No, just not to say it's my only one, of course. She motions to a backpack full of clothes, usually. Yeah.
I liked the idea, as you said, Archie, of hiding the statue in my hat, but I guess we need to come up with a new idea of where to put it. Because I feel if we don't have this on display, then the element of surprise could mean that this statue could be the end of Endlin.
The bitter end.
Well, as far as I'm aware, I heard whilst I was there that she's frightened of the eclipse. I'm not entirely sure why. You do remember the unicorns, right? Flopsy?
I remember what the unicorn said about Endlin in the eclipse. She can only die in the presence of an eclipse, which means if any visage of an eclipse is nearby, that's the only time we have a shot.
So that's enough to kill her?
I mean, we'll need to do the killing as well. Flopsy kind of shudders. But I don't really understand how Feywild magic and curses and very specific phrasings of things must work, but Endlin has foreseen that she can only die during an eclipse of some kind. And Gleam, if she was terrified of you and your sister, then that means it might not have to be a literal eclipse. It could be anything where the moon covers the sun.
Makes sense.
Well, that's reassuring, considering there is no moon or sun.
Yeah.
I think that's why there's no moon and no sun.
I wonder how she did that. Like, do you think there was a moon and sun here before and she just, like, beeped them out of the sky?
There must be. I mean, like, you know, if I mean, Prismer has a sun. I've seen it.
Flopsy looks up at the sky. Is the sky just covered with fog?
The sky is generally, like, just full of clouds. Sort of very tight, like, dense clouds that when they bump up against each other cause so much lightning. Make me a sort of, I don't know, like an intelligence check?
Okay. Just base intelligence?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 20, dirty.
You can presume from this that, like, when the realms were splintered into 3, that this is sort of like a dome around the place, like a sort of cloudy dome, which the dome itself would be like just jet black, as if it is the night sky, and then within it the clouds are there to like give another layer to sort of prevent any. If the dome disappears, then the clouds will be there to prevent the sun from shining through, etc. So like, you get from the intelligence check with that, like the fact that Endlin feels safe, just the fact that the possible eclipses are not visible, even if the sun and moon are existing somewhere above all of that, the fact that it's been covered is enough to help Endlin. So, for example, if you know, she has to be in the presence of it. She has to be able to see it. It's got to be in a line of sight. Like
Guys,
the statue you have like in your bag, for example, just because it's on your person doesn't mean that it's around her, you know.
She has to see it in order for it to take effect. Yeah. I don't think she got rid of anything at all. You see up there, beyond the clouds, beyond all of the fog that she's covered the sky with, you see the black. I don't think that's sky.
You don't?
Well, it can't be. There are no stars or anything.
She hasn't gotten rid of the sun or the moon, she's just covered them. Does anyone know of anything that could cover an entire area like that? If we could take that down, that's another major way we could get to her.
Maybe like paint. But I think that also, I mean, unless it's always an eclipse in Yarn, you know, it might not be the most reliable way of. I think if we want to kill her, maybe we should try, you know, figurative eclipses first. Because I don't even know how you take down the sky. Or, you know, things that aren't quite the sky.
Yes, that is true. I'm just thinking that it would at least let the panic set into her. But maybe that's a bad idea. I don't know if a cool and collected Endelyn is more scary than a panicked and jumpy Endelyn.
Well, scared people get mad. If it's something that would make her mad. Mad people slip up, don't they? I don't think it's a bad idea by any means. I think it's a good idea. I just wonder if it's a thing we could do. I think we should be on the lookout to see if that's possible.
And once I'm reunited with my sister, then us two together would be an excellent pair.
Precisely.
I have an idea of how to transport the statue. I don't know how many eclipses we're going to have by the end of this, but having the statue and having you, Gleam, and Glister... It's Glister, isn't it?
Yes.
Having you and Glister together, at least we have two. I could always try and cast an illusion, but I'm not sure if she'd fall for it, but we do have ideas.
But I'm
in an effort to... Oh, sorry.
Well, I'm definitely sure that even a figurative version of an eclipse would work. I believe that. It's a prophecy, right? Prophecies always have loopholes. There was this one prophecy about this man. He made a deal with Asmodeus, and he said that he could have eternal life, he'd live forever, but if he ever went to hell, then, like, Asmodeus would snatch his soul up and he'd die. So the guy was like, yeah, sure, that's fine. I mean, I'm never gonna go to hell. It's not on my to-do list. But then one day he went to a tavern called Hell, and then guess who was waiting for him? Asmodeus. Snatched his soul right up. And even though that's not exactly the wording, it still worked because it's trickery. And I know that, you know, fake creatures like to play with that wordplay too.
I like the sound of it. I think we could have a fair amount of trickery ourselves. Flopsy's going to pull out the wooden jack-in-the-box that you got on Winter Eladrin's Day. Just for a reminder to people, when you crank the crank on the jack-in-the-box and it pops out, a clown pops out, and you can't be surprised for up to an hour after popping it. So the trade-off might be a bit bad for this, but if I put the statue into the portable hole and then put the hole inside this Jack-in-the-Box, we don't want a scared and unpredictable Enderlin, but we could scare her and reassure her at the same time, making her vulnerable. If we could get the hole to pop out of here.
That won't be possible with the hole, but you could try and attach the statue to where the clown is, because, like I said to you before, the statue itself is like a sort of like a round ball-sized object.
Oh, I thought it was a full statue size.
Oh no, it's like a you could hold it in your hands, like size of like say like a football.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I imagine it to be like a circular relief, so it's like a flat disc-shaped thing with the relief of the sun and moon, with obviously the moon passing over the sun, and the moon's crescent, but that's just to show that it's not crescent. It's because it is. It's crescent because it's a metaphorical representation of the moon. We know that the moon wouldn't be a crescent because the sun would have to be shining on the side of its thing to make it crescent. But the sun is literally like one of those sort of nautical-looking suns, with like the lines that come up for the rays, and like, you know what I mean. You know those suns that have like little faces on, they're like very nautical in design, and then the crescent that goes on top of it, like, so it's almost like the sun's like eyes can peek through it, sort of thing. Like a thicker crescent than Gleam's mask, though, of course, because that's a very thin one. Yeah.
I suppose we can plan for where we keep it later. It's pocket-sized for now. It sounds pocket-sized anyway, and I have massive pockets, so I'll keep a hold of this for now. And we still have Flint to get to.
Oh yeah, is that like the last one? Who's got the map?
Flopsy does, but I think I should take the map. I don't know where.
I
Flopsy
will
might lead us
gladly
to.
pass it to you.
All right,
so
we don't.
Flint is the last one, for now at least.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, let's get going. Well, thank you, Mallow. It's been a.
Thank you very much. Yes. And
Yeah.
he's just like playing with the kids and stuff, and he's kind of he's just generally happy where he is. That's the kind of vibe that you get from him. But yeah, he's like, toodle pips, goodbye. See you around.
Oh, and look, Holland's so sleepy. Oh, don't say a word, Holland. I'll pick you up and I'll carry you all the way to Ugle. You can ride on his back. Oh, hush, hush.
Yeah, y'all get up to Ugle, and Holland does obviously sit on his back. Oops, I put him on gem layer by accident. Whoopsie-doodies.
Oh no. Holland, come back.
There we go. To front. Pop him on Ugle. And you're all ready to be. Amador's like, is everything okay? He's just sort of like, he knows he's not participating in any of this, but as a guide, you just presume that he's literally just like a tour guide, and you guys do the activities. Yeah, he's just gonna sort of like get the tea off you as you walk along. But yeah, so you're walking along through the mountainous regions of Yon. Ugle is trundling along with Holland, just sort of like slumped over his back. Yeah, what do you talk about whilst I take you to Flint?
So, Flopsy, got anything on your mind?
I suppose I do, yes. Does it feel like Flint is the last one to you?
That's a Yeah, we've been to all the other camps, haven't we?
We've been to them, but I don't even think we said a word to anybody at Obsidian.
Archie looks up from the map and like turns to you, Flopsy, and just sort of gives like a half frown.
If you hurt someone and then just carry on and don't address it, does it make it hurt less? Because I think the only way to make any of it better is to go back.
Make it better for who?
For everyone. I guess for us, I know I didn't have any act in what happened, but it feels terrible to have walked in and then left that behind. But make it better for them as well.
Mm. I don't know. I mean, I don't like how we left it, but they didn't want us there. I just maybe going back there, it'll just remind them of what happened. And
I
that will be
know
good for them.
maybe we probably aren't the best messengers for it, but if we manage to reunite all of the other Corrids, that's an entire 5 clans of people who used to be together. It'd be historic. It would be a beautiful reunion. And there'd be one just left out, uninvited to the party because we came along and made a mistake. I think that wouldn't feel right.
Yeah. I suppose nobody wants to be left alone.
Can I just ask if you can do something really quick? Because what I've realised is, Cade brought it to my attention, when our voice sensitivity thing isn't automatically determined, our things don't light up. So now I have to put automatically determine input sensitivity on so that the portraits light up. So Archie, yours isn't lighting up either, because obviously I got you to put it on. So if you just put it on automatically determine input sensitivity, just turn that on, and then we'll figure it out which is best. But obviously we want to see your portrait light up so that people know who's speaking and stuff. So just pop that on. So that you,
Yeah.
there we go, you're lighting up now, and so am I because I weren't either. But yeah, so but we can still,
Okay.
yeah, I can still hear you. I think you just might need to project a little bit more, or put your microphone a little bit closer. But either way,
Okay.
yeah, that's nicer. There we go. It's lighting up now. Everyone's lighting up just fine. So yeah. So you're discussing going back to Obsidian.
Yep.
What's the sort of... Sorry, I interrupted because of that.
Well, I know it's probably not exactly an easy thing to come up with ideas for. I don't really think they're going to want to see us either. But the sad truth is we might be the only messengers that will go to them and try and get them back together again with their friends.
If you wanna talk to them, then I'm not gonna stop you. I don't think I want to go back. I'll just
I understand.
wait outside.
Octavia's like, why? How do you feel about that? Like, what happened and stuff?
I want to help people. I want to do the right thing. I I don't like what happened. It was murder. And I don't want to be part of that.
Yeah,
But I guess I don't have a choice in that.
I I know this is gonna sound like a bit like maybe I'm trying to like shirk responsibility or something, but I don't feel like that was us. You know, that's why she's gone. She 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 did something out of her own like character, you know? Like that wasn't something that she would do. So maybe she was getting so affected by Jan or something that like she made a big huge mistake, or like something took control of her, or maybe she was cursed, or I don't know why someone would do something like that. But that wasn't like what we're about. Like maybe she just knew that and that's why she left. We're not like that. None of us are. We didn't do that.
I think we're both carrying a similar guilt for it, Archie. And I do kind of agree that it isn't really on us to feel that. I just can't shake the feeling that that guilt won't go away unless we try to do something to make it right.
Liam sort of like does a sigh. And she's like, look, Aerith had her own issues, as you observed from her relentless pursuit of me and strange ways of flirting and then suddenly negging and whatever. I don't think that she was in the right mind space to be part of this team. So therefore, I don't look at you, and she looks at Archie, and imagine that you hold the same thoughts and processes that she does. I think you're much more well considerate and thought out, and if you're feeling guilt related to that, then I understand, but I hope that you will understand that it's not you, it's not us, and I do trust everyone in this team now. She's trying to, like, not be as bitchy as before, but, like, she's still valid as fuck right now.
Yeah. Archie like wipes a bubble out of her eye. It kind of like pops.
As soon as
Ow,
Octavia sees this, she's like, oh, bless you, and she, like, comes and, like, hugs you, and, like, she strokes your little cheek, and, like, kind of, like, presses the bubble, like, to pop it a little bit, just as though to, like, wipe it out of your eye. But she, like, holds your head, like, really close to her face. Like, you know how, like, your mouths are really close to each other because your cheeks are so close together? And you can just feel her, like, jaw, like, skin moving as she's like, no, oh, baby, it's okay.
Aww. Archie like hugs Octavia for a while, and like still hugging her, she says, "Oh, okay, I think we should go back to the obsidians, and I think maybe we should try to make things right."
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can do that. It might be really hard, but we can do hard things, right?
It's what we do. We've been doing it all the way through thither, and thus far through yon. We've just been trying to make things better everywhere we go.
Yeah.
And we can do that.
Yeah, that's what we're about.
Archie nods. Well then, what are we waiting for?
Yeah.
Summons a flaming horse. Onwards!
Nightmare appears near you, and And when you're like onwards, and he like starts to like gallop through the air and like looks back at you all because you're all so slow, even when you're walking fast. And he sort of like floats ahead, but looking at you where you go to sort of make sure that he follows where you're actually walking, because he's like a really fast runner. He's like, what? But yeah, so Flamehoof comes along too. Ooglay trundles along with Holland on his back, and Amador and Polynella sort of like they're both watching this cute little like exchange. And Amador is like, yes, that's right, onwards. Puts his rapier up in the air, and he shumbles along on his little stems, and you make it to the Flint clan. And as you crest the rocky hill, you hear the sounds of shouting and conflict. And you peer into the Flint clan's cave. And you can actually see two Corrids fucking going at each other, like rolling around on the ground, bashing each other, like picking up rocks off the ground and like koof right against each other's head. Like one starts to like wrap the other one in like its thick black hair. The one closest to you is going to try and do the hair thing, and the other one is to make a dex save to sort of avoid being wrapped up in the hair. But then let's have a save. I just need to do this because it shows stuff. Yeah, he like hops out of it and he's like, ah! But then he just like tries to throw a fucking rock at it. Oh god, yeah, literally. You can see like they're actually kicking this fucking shit out of each other. Like this one here who's just been belted with a rock against his head, like just starts bleeding like out of his skull. Yeah, it's like a proper vicious fight.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Here we go,
Whoa.
some more people to cheer up.
Whoa, break it up, boys. Or girls, or, well, you know, whatever. What's all the commotion?
Roll a persuasion check.
Yeah. Oh, I will. Let me open my character sheet. Oh, I will roll that persuasion.
Nice.
Hey.
Oh, hang on 1 second. Kate is cacaring. Give me a second.
Great mediation
talk
skills
amongst
there,
yourselves.
Archie.
Thanks. I know how to be authoritative without being oppressive.
If only we had got here 5 seconds sooner, we could have spared that man's head.
Right. And who knows what else? Maybe we would have come when they were having like an argument. What do you reckon they're arguing about?
Probably something insanely trivial. That's usually what it is in this place, isn't it? All across Prismere?
Well, it depends on your definition of trivial. I mean, like, maybe that guy gave that guy something and then he didn't follow the rule of reciprocity. That'd be... I'd understand, you know? Of course, I don't think a big fight should ensue, but, you know, it's always nice to get back what you give.
That sounds trivial to me. I know how things work here, but I always like giving a gift and just seeing the smile on the person's face in return rather than waiting for something.
Well, that's a gift.
I suppose
But,
it is.
Yeah. But, I mean, like, come on, Flopsy. It's one of the 3 rules we've got.
I shan't try to poo-poo your rules.
Okay, right,
I think-
apologies. Yeah, sorry.
Don't worry.
So what's all
We
this about,
expertly
then?
handled that.
Okay, right. Yes. So, they both absolutely fighting the crap out of each other, and because one of them did take damage, the rule is if you rolled at disadvantage, you got the 20 at disadvantage, so that's absolutely fine. They both stop. This one's here, looking at you with another rock in his hand, ready to smack him again. You know, like as a kid, that's like sort of like, put that down, and they're still holding it. You know what I mean?
I take the rock out of his hand.
You take the rock out. They both just look bewildered as they look down, like, outside of the cave here, and they see, like, everybody. And, like, Octavia and Gleam sort of, like, tiptoe in just to be like, and this one's like, what?
Well, that's no way to treat a friend, is it?
A friend? He's been doing my fucking head in. He keeps sleepwalking at middle at night and making so much noise, I'm absolutely sick of it. And this one's like, it's not my fault if I'm sleepwalking, is it? You don't have to hit me with a rock, you bastard.
Right, that's really not nice. I mean, like, that's basically the same thing as hitting someone in their sleep with a rock.
And this one's like, yeah, but he said that I sleepwalk as well, and I know I don't sleepwalk. I have a pleasant night's sleep. And this guy, they're called Rook. This is this guy. And Shadok. And Shadok's like, I know you sleepwalk. I've seen it with my own eyes. And he's like, well, how do you know if you're already sleepwalking too? And they have this fucking blah, 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 blah sort of argument back and forth. Yeah.
Well, listen. Maybe it's not about who's sleepwalking or whatever. Maybe that's not too important, right? You felt the need to hit somebody with a rock?
Yeah.
Because they were being noisy?
Of course.
Now, what would you like to happen to you, Rook? I see your name tag on your shirt.
I'm Rook. This is Shadok. Right, done sorted.
Right.
Or should I say,
Now,
Shitok?
hey, that's not very nice, but imagine if the situation was reversed and you were sleepwalking. Let's say, and I'm not saying you are, but let's pretend that you were. Would you like someone to hit you with a rock?
I think I'd deserve it if I were being so noisy and obnoxious and annoying. And Shadok's like, well, if you're being noisy and obnoxious and annoying by sleepwalking, then maybe I should throw a rock at you. And then Shadok picks up a rock and he's like about to throw it.
I'm about to point a finger at him.
Roll one more persuasion check just because of it's not with a disadvantage because it's not against the sewer. At the time, yeah, you still succeed. Oh no, you don't. You don't have advantage. Yeah, Shadok clonks him with the fucking rock. And yeah, he takes 16 bludgeoning damage. And he's like, ah, you fucking gracious. Bastard!
Flopsy casts hideous laughter on Shadok.
Okay, right, with save?
Yeah, with save.
He fails. And as Shadok sees like the blood coming out of Rook's head, he looks at it and he's like, and just starts fucking pissing himself, rolling around on the floor prone. And Rook's like,
Rook?
You bastard, laughing at my blood!
Well, hold on, Rook. It is the rule of reciprocity. If someone gives you something, you gotta give them something back of equal value. You hit him on the head with a rock, he hit you on the head with a rock. I'd say you're even.
No one's give me something. I give him a cut head. Oh yeah, and he's give me a cut head.
Right, exactly. So you're square. And now you can shake hands.
I'm not square, I'm round.
Well, now you're round.
Yeah.
So you can shake hands or roll them around, whichever way.
He looks at him as Shadok's rolling around on the ground, like holding his belly, like tears coming out, laughing his head off. And he's just taking piss out of me now.
No, he sees the humor in the situation.
Rook, I'll come clean. He's not laughing at you, he's laughing at me. I just wanted the opportunity to talk to you without a rock flying at your head again.
Make persuasion, because it's just you, it's you doing it, not Archie.
Hmm. 17.
He stops and he goes, that's a good point.
Well, now that he's not going to be annoying to you or hurt you again, there's no need for any more rocks, so I think Ruik was still holding one. Could you please put that one down or put it in my hand?
Alright. He just plops it down on the ground. Just like out of his hand, just opens his fingers, like just bump onto the floor. Alright, fine. I won't kill him this time.
Doesn't
Or
that feel
ever.
much better?
Well, no, not really. It doesn't solve the problem, does it?
Well, neither does hitting your friends. It's not really a good way to deal with your emotions.
He looks at you like you're actually an idiot, and he's like, what? That is the best way to deal with it. What are you talking about? If I kick the living daylights out of him, then he's not going to piss me off again, is he?
If you hit him enough times, then what's going to happen? He's going to lose consciousness, and then he's going to start sleepwalking again. And he'll annoy you all the more.
His eyes glaze over as he listens to the logic, and he goes, oh, yeah. Wait a minute, if I knock him out, he'll be asleep, and then he'll sleepwalk and annoy me.
I'd have to agree with you.
Exactly. See? Violence just makes your own time more miserable.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Yeah, then. And as they're all talking, so the guy, like, sort of yawns as he approaches you, like, really, like... Yeah, right.
Hello.
Hello. They both, like, look at him and they're like, he's, like, laughing at Flo, so they can't even move. He's like, yeah, we weren't, like, you know, I mean, right, see ya. He's just gonna go, like...
I'll drop hideous laughter.
Yeah, Shadok just sort of, like, wakes up bleary-eyed, wipes his eyes, and, like, looks at this guy, and he's like, oh, yeah, just, like, leaves. And this guy is, like, he sort of, like, looks, with his, like, hooded, like, he looks kind of, like, high, with, like, these hooded eyelids. He's got really dark bags under his eyes, and he's like, what's going on here, then, eh?
Well, we came to visit and make new friends, so to speak. But we came in while two of your people were having a bit of an argument, so we managed to resolve it. Everything's fine now. My name's Flopsy, by the way. Pleasure to meet you.
Flopsy? It's I'm Boodok.
Boodok.
You've invited a fair lot of friends into me clan. Am I supposed to... Oh, shit. He's like, oh, no. Oh, I've got to make you all dinner and that, haven't I? I'm just going to apologise for... Right, I'll tell you now. Usually we're much more friendly than this, but I can tell you now. Can I get 40 winks? I absolutely cannot. I can't sleep. I can't listen to it any fucking longer. And you, like, recall the position of the camp. It's quite near the Briganock Cave. When them fucking little rats tipping and tapping all bloody day and night long. I can't handle it no more. It's doing me head in. I can't sleep. I can't do nothing. Everyone's fighting. I was just gonna say I've apologised for the state of things, but I'm in no position to take visitors. Not now. Not with all this shit going on.
Well, I'd first like to let you off the hook. We don't require dinner or anything of the sort. Just a conversation.
Right then. Well, don't be like... Funny with me. If I'm not listening properly, right? I'm just... Listen, I can't keep it up. I can't keep it up, all this rules and that, you know? I'm knackered.
Right, so your problem's that the Briganocks are being very noisy.
Yeah. They're keeping us up. All the time. We can't get no sleep. At all. And then when we just drop out of exhaustion, some of us are walking around unsettled. You know what I mean? All we're hearing are them fucking pings and pangs. And just as we're trying to snuggle up at night, and we hear it again. Ding, 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 ding. And it's, oh my god. So, you know. I'll tell you what.
Have you ever thought about going somewhere else?
What? Somewhere? Are you... Right. This is my cave. Since we all went off, and everyone's like, ooh, I'm gonna go next to the cliff. I'm gonna go in that cave. I've found an anti-magic place. Whatever. We found this place and we thought, right, we'll have this. This is our home. Right? You can see we've decorated it. Stop people like, well, I say people. Stop like evil, horrible things coming in, because recent times there's been these weird little like gnome things with red hats coming in,
Yeah.
trying to kill us for no reason. So we put all these spikes up for defence, as you can see. Like I'm gonna go outside, move somewhere else and be unsafe. We're safe in here. It's just annoying.
Well, have I got news for you? You see, it turns out all of the... What are these things called?
Corrids, yeah.
Correct.
All of the Corrid camps are uniting again. They're all going to live together again.
Alright.
Yeah. So if you join them, then you can all be together and
It
live
means
in
you can all
harmony.
sleep together again.
Exactly.
Right. Well, how about this? If you can, like, sort these fucking Briganocks out and tell them to shut the fuck up and let us have a few good night's sleeps, and maybe, just maybe, we'll be in the right mind frame to make massive decisions such as uniting the fucking corrids again. That's huge, that is. I fucking hate half of them. They do me head in. That Argantal, jeez, I'm telling you now, I'm glad we've split. Because she were a right shit leader.
Yeah. I could tell. But maybe you could, I don't know, have like an elective government. Oh, maybe a leader from each clan.
What? Something about elections? I can't think about it. I need to sleep. I need to sleep without that fucking tapping. Listen. And as the conversation sort of dwindles for it, you just hear like dee 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 in the background, and it's just like grating.
Okay. Well, we can we can go and talk to them and see what we can do.
Right. I'll show you. He like goes to the edge of the cave and he points out in a direction. And you're quite surprised that he's not pointing in the direction of the entrance that you actually went to see the Briganocks. He's pointing to like a separate entrance to a different sort of cave area. They're in there.
Okay.
Have you ever tried to have a word with them yourselves?
What, and risk getting fucking scythed to death by them evil, weird gnomes? Huh. I'm not leaving this cave.
That's a fair answer.
Yeah.
I
They're
didn't think
hard,
it was
you know.
that far, but
I don't know if you've ever fucking seen them before, but jeez. They can rip your head clean off.
we've seen a fair few, and we're prepared.
Well,
Right, we'll go and see what we can organise with the Briganocks for you.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And he just like bleary-eyed, like walks away, and then like stumbling around. He just curls up near this fire, and then like with every like ding ding ding, he's like like trying to get to sleep. And yeah, you're gonna make your little way through the cave that he pointed out to you. Now, this place, I'll say it right now. You're going to enter at the bottom here. I'm just going to pop you in from the paste. There you go. Entering the bottom here. Holland's still asleep, obviously. Gleam, Octavia. Amador's like, I'll wait here. If you don't mind, I'll just stand and watch. Unless you find me, helpful in some way, then you can, yeah, I'll be here.
Oh, it's okay. We'll give you and Pollinella your private time.
You really know my intentions. He like grabs Pollinella and like snuffles up in his like flowery visage, and yeah, you arrive at this area and you notice that even though it's quite next door to the Briganox, you immediately understand. Like, you know the Briganox now. You've met them. You understand them. You immediately understand that like this is actually a separate cave, and probably doesn't link to the mining area at all. And these large craggy rocks jut out all around, and the air is just like really, really quiet.
Are any
Well,
of
they're
the
just-
walls the same color as the other mine?
No, it's not the gemstone area or anything. Gleam looks around and she's like, this isn't the Briganock mine, but this is,
Right.
perhaps I'm
There's no
mistaken.
wishes here.
No. But yeah, like the ding 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 noise has stopped.
Well, it wouldn't hurt to have a look around.
Okay.
I'd like to be sneaky about this, actually. Come to think of it.
Yeah, everyone can roll stealth. Roll a perception check as well, Archie. Because you're having a look around.
Let me tell you something. 14 for perception.
Gleam falls over and like smacks against the wall, and she's like, ah! Ouch! Ow! Oh, I'm sorry. Octavia makes a stealth. Oh, Octavia's sneaky. Octavia's sneaking alongside you. Very, very sneaky indeed. Yeah, Octavia's actually the quietest, as you jangle around with your heavy armor on, and Flopsy's just plomping along.
He's burning some of his clothes as we speak.
Plomping around. And yeah, with your perception, you don't see anyone in here at all, like anything at all. There's nothing here.
Doesn't seem like there's anyone in here at all. There's nothing here.
And where you are there, Archie, well,
Oh no. Oh,
let me
no.
tell you something. Where
Oh,
you
please do.
are, right there, well, geez
Where?
Louise. Make me...
A death saving throw.
Wait a second here. Huh? Hang on. Oh, how very strange. Ah. What? There's no... Right, okay. I'm gonna say, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh. Oh dear. 18.
Hey.
You feel okay.
Well, I feel okay.
Octavia comes along. And she's like, yeah, it seems pretty empty in here. She's gonna make a wisdom save.
You can do this.
Oh. And as she gets to about here, she's like, is anyone really like hot? And she's gonna like move her collar, like to like try and pull her like tight leather armor, like the collar of it like out a little bit to sort of breathe down it. And she's like, it's getting really warm in here. Like, does anyone else feel that? Flopsy, make a wisdom save.
I didn't know I was close enough to trigger it.
You are.
15.
It doesn't feel warm to you.
There's kind of a cool breeze in here. Are you okay, Octavia?
I don't know.
Maybe you've got a fever.
Yeah, it feels like that. It's like in my blood or something.
Oh, let's sit you down.
Gleam's gonna make a wisdom save. And Gleam's like, oh yes, it is rather warm, isn't it? Oh, Ooh, that's horrid. Oh, I feel suddenly very ill.
Flopsy's going to put his hand on Gleam's forehead to see if she is actually warm.
Yeah, as soon as you touch her skin, it feels like a radiator, like it's hot to the touch.
Oh, goodness. Archie, are you feeling warm or cold or anything right now?
No. Well, I
Well,
mean, I'm feeling like kind of room temperature, you know?
Make
something's definitely happening to these two.
Archie and
Makes
Flopsy make another wisdom save.
20.
Nat One.
Archie fails it.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Are we in like uh in a hot place? I don't know.
Yeah.
right. How is everybody feeling? Can we still stand? Can we still move? You said you were feeling sick, Gleam.
I mean, I feel well enough to continue the mission at hand, but I just feel very hot. It's strange.
I'm
Maybe
wondering
it's...
if some of us should maybe turn back. You okay, Archie?
Am I okay? I mean, yeah. Like, can someone like turn the heater off or something?
Flopsy's going to walk further into this area to see if I can see
Make two wisdom
anything
saves.
around.
Make two.
20 and then 16.
You're absolutely fine.
I don't know how I'm doing so good at wisdom saves at the minute. Flopsy will start looking. Is there anything but barren caves?
Make a perception
here?
check.
12.
You don't see anything.
How's
see
everybody
anything,
doing?
Flopsy?
I see nothing yet. Are you guys still burning up or getting worse? Staying as it is? It's not getting worse, is it?
Octavia and Gleam must do another, so let me just try this. Octavia's like, no, it just feels really warm on, I don't know what's going on. Gleam's like, oh yes, it's getting hotter. Oh, wow, this is weird. I don't feel like I'm slowed down or anything, it's just very warm.
Okay, I'm going to make a guess. It might be kind of dumb. This is all defensive rather than offensive, so it might think we mean harm. Hello? I promise you we're not a threat.
Archie, with your passive perception, you just hear like around echoing. You can't discern the direction at all. But then you hear the ding, 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 ding sound.
What's so funny? Yeah, I can hear you. Dinging away with your thingies.
Make a wisdom save.
Oh, another Nat One. Oh, 22.
When you make that wisdom save, you are going to subtract a d6 from it.
Oh no. So, we get quite low.
You still succeed.
19.
Yeah. So you succeed that wisdom save, you don't get a second effect. It does stack. You have the first level of this thing, which is subtracting a d6 from your... what you know so far is a saving throw.
Right. Archie, if you can hear them, could you lead us to them?
No, because I don't know where they're coming from. Wait, let me try and focus all of my focusing stuff. Can I roll another perception?
You can indeed. Subtracting a d6.
Oh, bloody Nora.
Oh.
Oh no.
Absolutely not. No, you're like bleary-eyed. You're very like whoa, with the heat, you know.
Flopsy
Oh,
is
my
going
ears just popped.
Flopsy is going to hand out 2 cupcakes with ice blue icing to Gleam and 1 to Archie.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know if these are actually going to do anything, but I made them with like an ice cream kind of tasting frosting. Hopefully, mind over matter, they will cool you down. I feel like we should go and talk to the person doing this. Maybe if they see we're no threat, they'll stop it.
I agree.
Octavia's
Oh
making
wait,
a perception check.
I've got an idea.
Ooh, Octavia, as you say, I've got an idea. She says, "There's something right there," and like points at the wall. Make a perception check with advantage and reduce a d6.
Hey, oh hey. Oh, Octavia.
Points here.
Tell you what.
Oh, you're fine. Even if you reduce the d6, it's fine. Yeah, when Octavia points to this wall here, you see almost blended perfectly in to the wall itself, a very strange sort of imp-like creature. It's purple in colour, sort of like matching the look of the rocks and stuff. And as Octavia's like, "Look, I've seen it," and points right over there, it's like gonna like try and scuttle away. And you see that it sort of burrows into the ground in front of you, like here. Like it just like jumps down, like yeah, and like burrows into the ground. Like the dirt like kicking up and making like a little rabbit hole.
Wow.
It's not a Briganock.
Right, it's a weird little gremlin thing. Well, maybe we shouldn't cast judgment so quickly.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't like go, "Oh my gosh, it's right there."
Right.
Yeah.
But, I mean, good job on finding it. Even I couldn't.
Yeah. Well, it's under the ground now.
Right. But it must have left a little hole.
Yeah. It's really tiny though. Like, I mean, they are small, so they should be half token wise. So I'll just change that. Is anyone like small enough to get in there?
I mean, I can
maybe.
borrow. I could maybe follow his path and dig my way through.
Have you done that before?
I used to do it all the time as a kid. You never really forget things like that. I'll try and let you know where it comes out. I'll try and reassure him. He's hiding from us, and everything just makes it look as if he's scared rather than trying to hurt us.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you know where it comes out. I'm going to try and burrow following his hole.
Mm-hmm. Make a survival check, please.
18.
Hmm.
Yeah, look at Flopsy with the rolls today.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, yeah.
You literally jump, like dive down like fucking Bugs Bunny into this little hole and like use your little paws to like scramble, like your little bums like sticking out like Winnie the Pooh style, and then you just zoop straight in. And when you follow the dig that is done there, so that's the hole. You literally can just see him only 10 feet away, like still trying to scramble away, but you then can conclude from that they probably have a 10-foot burrowing speed.
Oh.
You see him though at the end of the corridor of burrowing.
Hello there. You don't have to run from us. I promise you we're friendly.
He turns around, looks at you, and whips a dagger out of his fucking like little like leather belt, and he's like,
Be bygone. What do you don't need to do anything with that. You could just put that down. Is he going to stab me with it?
Just you and the mite. They're called mites. Just you and the mite roll initiative, just to see if he can hit you before you can hit him. Yeah, this is an 18.
Might have a few more chances.
You have the initiative here.
So he is 10 feet away from me.
Mm-hmm.
What would my burrowing speed be? I'm just going to slowly approach him with my hands kind of up in a non-offensive gesture and slowly try and put my hand over his hand with the dagger to, like, stop him from being able to use it. I promise we're no threat. You don't need to use this. So I'm just going to be, like, holding onto his hand with both of my hands.
Is this some sort of, like, grapple? So you're trying to stop him from using...
Yeah, I suppose it would be grapple in his hand, yeah.
In grapple, you can still attack, but it's at disadvantage, so you're going to just try and, like, prevent him from slashing out at you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's have a athletics. He's going to use acrobatics to try and evade this. Makes it beat.
Is he tiny size as well?
Yeah.
In that case, Flopsy could just hold him in a hand.
What do you mean?
If something's
sorry,
two
he's small.
sizes...
It's not tiny, he's small.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's one
Never
size
mind.
smaller.
My apologies.
Yeah, he actually evades your grasp, and on his turn he's going to lash out at you with a dagger. 23 to hit.
That hits.
6 piercing. Also, just a bit of clarity on the burrowing speed. The burrowing speed refers to how far you can move while digging. Normal movement speed applies to pre-dug tunnels.
Cool. Good to know. Ow. Yeah, I don't want to hurt you. Flopsy's going to move back to the start of the tunnel, not climb out of it.
You're going to take an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
14.
It meets, it beats.
6 piercing.
Damn, is it 6 every time?
No, he's actually been rolling. He's rolled highest. He rolled a 4 and then another 4 maximum on a dagger.
Look, we're only here to talk to you about a noise complaint. We're not going to hurt you or try to stop you from doing anything you're doing, just try to make you do it more considerately.
It's
considerately.
Glowing evil eyes are literally like not listening to you one bit. Like you can see clearly these things won't be reasoned with. You're either going to have to kill them or catch them.
Flopsy is going to get out the hole, ready his action to whack-a-mole it when it comes up.
Okay. You hear a burrowing sound. Is it
okay, guys, he's not coming. He's not coming out of this one, but turns out they don't really like listening much, and they like stabbing a bit more. So. I don't really like being the one to make these decisions, but I think he kind of like clubs the bonk stick with his other hand. I think the decision's been made for us, really.
Archie, roll a perception.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I thought you said, could you roll a perception? And then I thought, oh, maybe you're asking me, because Andrew didn't respond.
No, you're out of initiative for that, because the combat's disengaged.
I think I heard the tail end of Archie, that's why I didn't respond.
Yeah, Archie, make a perception check. Use your minus D6, please.
No.
Do it.
What if I don't want to?
Do it.
You have a potential plus D8 as well from the Bardic.
Well, let me tell you, I'll use it if I need it.
Okay.
But don't expect me to need it. D6. These nuts.
You don't need it. You actually see.
I don't need it.
You see clearly. Over here. Over here. Now that you know what you're looking for. And over here. These are not burrowing. They don't know that you've seen them. You just see them there. Like, now that you know what you're looking for.
Evil shits.
Distance-wise, yeah. It's, yeah. Just these three that you see.
I'd like to join initiative.
Okay. What, you'd like to start a new initiative? These haven't seen that you've seen. That they think you don't know that they're there.
Something. That's why I've seen what's happened with Flopsy. Well, like post him coming out of the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're definitely evil.
He
Did you
shows
see
you his
their
stab
eyes?
wounds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yes,
upon
their
hearing.
eyes.
Yeah. Well, I've seen their eyes, so I know these are up for the killing.
Oh,
know,
these
I've
are
rolled a
evil little bastards. Evil little trickster bastards. Yeah. Octavia sees you preparing to, like, do something, so she's going to join the initiative as well. Gleam kind of looks at Flopsy, and she's like, What are we doing? She can't see where these are.
It's okay if you want to go and get some cold air from outside of the cave. If you're feeling quite overheated, nobody would think any less of you.
I'll just stand here and see if you need my help. And she will roll initiative just to be involved.
Flopsy will come up to her and, since she's staying, try and point out what we're looking for, so she might be able to spot them.
Okay. Well, yeah, she's gonna be fucking next. Oh no, Flopsy's gonna be next. Okay, Flopsy first.
Flopsy doesn't necessarily want to give away the fact that we know that they're there. What can Floppy do?
Flopper. That's
I'm
not his
interested.
name.
I'm interested in where he's gone. I think he's going somewhere either important or isolated. I'm going to jump back down the hole.
You jump back down the hole, you see the tunnel there. So you've gone 15 feet.
That is 15.
It's another 10 of normal movement.
And he's carried on burrowing, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, he's carried on burrowing, so you can actually see. But obviously his burrow is smaller, so you would have to burrow it bigger for you to fit through.
Yeah.
You can see down it. It's sort of veered off a little bit to the left, so you can't really see where he is.
I'll just follow him as far as I can go.
Okay. So because you've got a 10-foot burrowing speed, how far have you travelled? 25? 25?
I think so,
yeah.
yeah.
You have, yeah. So you've got an extra 5, is it? Have you got 30?
I got 30, yeah.
You could go here, where I'm pointing to. I don't know if you can...
Can't see where you're pointing.
Alright, it's there. You see the ping?
No.
I'll just draw.
Peach, can you see the ping?
No, I don't know why. It should
Are
be...
you in GM layer?
Yes, I am.
Silly Bella.
There you go. You can go there.
Okie dokie, artichoke.
And I'll draw
Flirpy goes there.
I'll draw the rest of the tunnel. As you see, while you're in the tunnel, you can see this little shit. And he's right there.
Wow. Look at him.
I've only used movement so far, haven't I? Like,
Yep.
burrowing just counts as movement. Can I attack while in a very small burrow?
Yeah, you're within 5 feet of him. You've made the burrow wide enough. I'll say
Okay.
roll me because I've been getting to do survival for the actual burrowing. Roll a survival. If it's over 10, then you can have enough space.
23.
Hey, you've got shitloads of room.
He takes a big ol' swing on this one.
Let's go.
8.
Oh.
Does that hit?
No. Oh, let me see. No, it done. Oh, bless.
No.
Oh.
No, bless him.
Flopsy's just in the burrowing mood, so he uses the bunk stick to smack the walls.
Floppers. This little bastard Unless you're going to do their bonus.
Nah, not at the minute.
This little bastard doesn't do anything. Because he's like looking over at you evilly and he's trying to like get his little claw out to like do something, but then like something sparks in his fingers and it doesn't work. Gleam is gonna like look at those spaces where Flopsy's sort of pointed out to her, and Gleam is going to make a perception check because she's still not really able to see them.
Bless her.
And she still
Bless her
can't.
heart.
She gets a 4. She literally can't see what the fuck's going on at all. So instead, she's going to let's have a look here. She's going to She's just gonna wander into the middle of it. And be like, I can't see anything, what the heck? And sort of stand and look around. This bottom one over here is going to try and do the little spell again, and can't. And Archie, it's you.
Fools. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do.
What are you
I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do the best that I can. Okay. And the best that I can is that I'm going to look at this little shit. I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on him. Bonus action.
Nice.
And then I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna whip out my trusty longbow and make a trick shot. I'll try a trick shot. Well, I'll tell you what. It didn't quite go to plan as I had hoped, but I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make yet another trick shot with my trusty longbow, Zephyr. Ooh, does a 13 hit?
13 does hit. And this
I'll
one
tell you what.
over here. Well, I'll tell you something. How do you want to kill this guy?
Yeah, I'll let loose arrow from quiver. Wait, from like the stringy bit of the bow, and it goes flinging through the air. It goes, yippee! Because it's remember last session. A little bit of a callback there, and it just shoots him right in the eye.
Yeah.
And he drops to the floor because he couldn't possibly hold on to the wall well. Do you know what? No, he's about. You'd think he would drop to the floor, but that arrow has him pinned in tight. He's been crucified. And
as soon as you drop this little bitch, you hear screeching coming from all around the cave, like there's like proper crazed, chaotic fucking screeching. As it seems you have awoken the entire fucking cave of everything in it. And my goodness gracious me, they're all around the place. I am on GM layer because there's some that you haven't seen, but they're all coming in right fucking now. Here they
I
all
just
come.
did a bad thing.
Here we go. They're all coming in. There's quite a lot of them. And my goodness me. Right. So now I just need to do sort by descending, give it back to Archie. That didn't work. Oh, okay, right. Sort by descending, give it back to Archie. And Archie, it's still you. Is there anything else you want to do? You've done your actions.
Have you done everything? Done everything.
You've done everything. Right. Well then. So, now, I'll tell you now for the price of fish.
Tell me.
There's a sneaky little bastard down here, and he sees where that shot come from. However, he's not able to get all the way up to you, Archie, and he's not able to get all the way up to Gleam. So instead, he's gonna jump down into a little hole and burrow his little ass down into a hole just there. And this little hole will be made just right here, so you can see that's the hole. And my goodness gracious me, is he gonna burrow to an unknown location that you don't know about?
No idea where he's burrowing to.
No idea at all. It's Octavia. She's like, wow, that was really good. Let's hope I can make the same shot. And
I know you can.
yeah, she's gonna sort of step out into the area to get a cleaner shot on this little bastard down here. So she steps out. 20, 25, 30. She's gonna step out here, get a sexy little clean shot here, and longbow. Number 1 hits, kills it straight away.
Nice.
Fucking
Great
bye.
job.
Yeah, and I can still shoot another. She like looks around. Where are they? And she like does another perception check, I guess, just for because looking around is not exactly like, you know, an action or whatever. I guess it's just checking, looking, whatever. She looks around again with a perception. Oh shit! Wait a minute. Let me just do something. She should have rolled the d6 to. Ah! Thank God for that. Yep, she still hits with the d6 anyway. You should have removed it, and I'll just fucking say that you got a 1 or whatever. I'll remember it now. She makes a perception.
Oh no.
She removes a d6, and she can't see, because she rolled a 9 anyway. She can't see any more of them. Right. Floppers, I need to remember, those of you who've got that red mark, you are removing a d6, and Gleam will remove 2. Yep.
Flopoppity is gonna try and whack this mole again.
Whack-a-mole.
15.
Ooh, 15 hits, 4 bludge.
4 bludgeoning.
4 bludge coming his way. Yeah.
Almost just like a squeaky hammer, it just bounces off of the top of his head.
It's like, now come on, boy! He rubs his forehead and a little, like, Tom and Jerry lump comes on his head.
He's got birds sort of flying around him.
I don't really have any bonus actions to take, so I think that's everything I'm going to do.
Alrighty-roo, then. So, we have more of these little bastards that you can't see. Ha 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 ha! You don't know where they are. You don't know what they could be up to, right?
I've literally no idea.
You've no idea, and you won't have an idea either, because you can't see them. And you don't know where they are, where they're going, how they're coming at you. You have no idea. So that's that
You don't
guy.
even know that it's right behind you.
You don't even know where these creatures even are, right? So, Scoobity Bap. He's Scoobity Bapping there. He's Scoobity Bapping. And you know what? He's going to Scoobity Bap right here. And Scoobiting is this guy, another Scoobitor. Oh! What an interesting Scoob he's done. But you can't see it. But you can see... Oh, he's dead. You can see Gleam standing there looking ill. She again looks around with a little perception check, but this time she's going to wander deeper into said cave. La-di-da-di-da. Wander deeper over here and have a little perception check. Alright? And you know what? You know bloody what? This perception check, it's got a minus 2d6 to it. So she's probably not going to see fuck all. That's persuasion. Perception. Submit. 14. It's not even good enough without the 2d6. Makes no difference. It's like, yeah, I'm not seeing anything at all. Are you sure they're even here? Is this an illusion? And she's not actually seen one yet. And another little
She has
bastard.
no idea what we're up against.
She don't know what the fuck's going on. She don't have a clue what's going on. This guy. Oh, he's moving along. Scubaed in right there. And now, for the pièce de résistance. He's dead. And, this little fella up here, which you also don't know about, well, he's gonna move. And Archie, it's you. You can't see any others, and the 2 that you can see are dead.
Well, I'll just move over here and hold action.
Alright.
Uh,
What
yeah.
action are you holding?
Hold an attack in case I see one of them.
Would you like to make a perception check to try to see some of them?
Oh, I forgot I could do that. I tell you, I forgot I could do that.
Hey.
I'm gonna see if I can see any of them, Octavia. I'll fill you in later.
I hope so.
That's a performance, sorry. Perception.
Hang on.
Oh yeah, minus d6.
Minus your d6, just 1d6. Oh, come on, please!
Oh no.
You can't see any of them. You just remember where things went. Like, such as the one that dug a hole. Oh,
hold
crikey.
action.
Held action. Octavia is like, if I see one, should I, like, point it out to you like last time? Just
Good idea.
not as loud.
Right.
Okay, I got this. She's gonna, like, follow Gleam. Beep-a-bap, beep-bap. Follow a little Gleam down there. And she's gonna make a little perception check. Beep-a-dap-a-dap-a-dap-dap-dap. Submit. Can't see any. Nothing down here. Floppers.
Good old Flappy boy.
Flappy flaps.
Tell you what, Flaps is going to come down on this little thing.
Oh no, come on, flaps.
21 to hit.
Oh, 21 to hit for blood. How do you want to smear this guy across the cave walls?
No.
As Floppers is looking at him, it's just like at the carnival when a whack-a-mole would pop out and one of the springs would be a bit loose, so it'd fly a bit too close to you rather than stopping where it should. He's kind of lunging at him. But Flopsy's played this game before, and he just baps it right back down again, back into its slot where it belongs.
Ooh.
Never mind the blood that's scattering around him, he's just popped them all back where it should be. And he's going to go forward and try and burrow up out of the hole and smack his head on the rock that he's now underneath. You guys from out of this side of the hole can hear a very muffled "Owie, by gum!" He's then going to use... that was 5 that I used. In fact, I would have had to borrow to get there, so that's 10 that I've used.
No, you don't have to... Oh, no, you do, yeah, because it was only his space, yeah.
Yeah. 20, 25... 30, I can get to the end of the hole. I'm going to come back that way.
Okay. Can you get out of the hole, though?
I've moved my entire movement to get to the entrance of the hole, so I
your
can't
little your little ears pop up through the hole, much like a bunny rabbit would.
Hey.
But then, above you, make a perception check. I'm just going to call for perception checks randomly for you to see shit.
That is fair.
Yeah.
13.
No. And a lot of mud starts falling on your head as this thing is going to make a survival check to try and bury you in there. Yeah. And it's a shame that you can't make reactions to like get out of this shit, because that would be great, wouldn't it? But no. It's going to make its little check. That's a Nat One. So you actually feel all this trickling on you. With that Nat One, I'm gonna say that you can just like move the as all of the like mud starts trying to they're trying to like squidge all the mud on top. Like you can just like push it all behind you, like into the tunnel itself. You know what I mean? As it comes down. But you presume a mite is nearby, trying to fucking bury you in.
I'd like to use my reaction to shoot that little bitch.
Roll your perception to see if you notice it, because obviously you can see you can hear the scrattling and stuff. So I'll give you advantage, but then whatever. The -6 is not going to make a difference. So yeah, you see that it is right here. Use your reaction to shoot that bitch.
Oh, bitch.
Oh, you kill it straight away.
Well, hold on a minute.
Does it have a D6?
Let's remove
that
D6.
Remove the D6. It don't make difference. It won't make a difference.
Archie, don't shoot at me.
It won't make a difference, even if you get 6. Because even if you get 6, it'll meet and beat.
Yeah.
Their AC is 12.
I won't roll. I didn't roll. Don't worry, I was shooting at that little shitbag who was...
Oh, I didn't even see him there.
Yeah, the arrow just goes like, yippee! into the rock wall where this guy is, and he's like, ah! And dies. Yeah, he's fucking dead.
And my reaction.
Nice. You end your reaction. More movement around the cave. Now, let's see here. Gleam and Octavia are going to make a wisdom save. No, sorry. Gleam's going to make a wisdom save first. No, Octavia is. Octavia's going to make a wisdom save first. It's about distance, man. It's about distance. She's going to make a fucking wisdom save. She's already got the 1, so she minuses the 6. So she's going to roll a little d6 here. And she still succeeds the wisdom save and doesn't take an extra hit to her hot hex. So that's him. The next one is going to move on down. Oi. And reveal his position. Pop up right in front of Gleam. Lee. And slash at her with a little cheeky dagger.
Oh no.
Oh no. That doesn't hit.
Gleam.
She's like dodging this way and that. Yeah, she's absolutely fine. But he is going to try and do his hex on Gleam. She's going to make a wisdom saving throw. And... fail, taking yet another. So whenever she does anything, she's removing 3d6 from it. Ugh, what a shitty shit thing.
Oh no.
Floppers. You feel nearby you in the ground. Something coming towards you. Something sharp. It's a bloody dagger coming at you from this direction at your level, so underground still. Another, what's the word? Another tunnel has been opened up in this sort of direction. Sorry, it's actually this direction. I'll just get rid of that. Yeah. This direction is where this guy's been travelling from. And he's going to slash at you with a dagger. Whoosh. 16 to hit. 3 piercing damage. There we go. And now, it's Gleam. Gleam's got a dagger herself. And my, is she going to use this fucking thing? However, ooh, it's 25 to hit. Let's see what this minus 3d6 does. So 25 minus 8. Let's get my calculator out because I don't know fast maths.
17.
17? It hits. It deals 7 piercing damage, which kills this bastard. She's like,
Nice.
no, you're not doing this to me. And she just fucking slashes it into ribbons. Alright. She looks around at Octavia and she's like, can you see any more? And Octavia's like, can you? So Gleam's gonna do a little perception check. Beep-a-da-ba-ba-da-boop-be.
No way Gleam's passing any checks.
Absolutely not. She can't see fuck all. Yep. So we've got other little creepy dudes coming along. Ooh, creepy dudes coming. Oh, creepy dudes coming for Flopsy, and you can hear them tunnelling in the walls, Flopsy, but you don't know quite where they are. The creepy dudes tunnelling. Creepy dudes tunnelling. Archie, it's you.
Well, let me tell you what I'm going to do. So, I'm going to have a look around. I'm going to see what I can see. I'm also just going to move ever so... Well, before I look around, I'll tell you. Right. I'm going to move here, 20 paces. Then I'm going to have a little look around. I'm going to have just a little peeksy-boo.
Grand stuff. You can see even without the bullshit. Above ground, there is a guy not tunnelling right there. Just right there. He's not in a tunnel, he's like it's creeping along the side of the walls.
Tell ya, that guy thinks he can get by me. Well,
well,
can.
Yeah.
Can, but... Oh... I don't think he can really though.
That's
I let him get away the first time.
Even if you had the -6, it doesn't make a difference because you get him.
It's no different.
How do you want to kill this guy?
He's right, so he's like scrolling around. He's like crawling. He's like, I'm absolutely unobserved. These rubes, they think, what's that noise? It sounds like someone's cheering for joy. And you see the arrow fly from one ear to through the other.
Hey! From one ear through the other.
And then he clutches his heart, falls down to his knees.
There we go. Now, this guy's gonna scramble. Scramble, scramble, scramble. And you might presume that there are certain pathways that are already pre-dug, which are just great for me. But, yeah, it's Octavia. Octavia looks very important as she, Oh! Yeah. As she walks forward, full of confidence, as Archie is a sexy little girlfriend.
I literally am.
And then she's gonna make a cheeky perception check. Let's have that. Cheeky perception check. Oh, that's an 18. Let's reduce the... Way! She looks behind her as if she's trying to not give away the fact that she's seen it. Glances her eyes in a leftonly direction. Hey. Winks at you, Archie. Pulls up the bow. Still staring at you. And,
Keep your eye on the target!
She feels very, very confident all of a sudden. As she... hits with a 20, maintaining eye contact with you. Right? It just drops dead like onto the ground, like in front, and she just like does you a little like sort of kiss. You know what I mean? You know, like when someone pouts kisses. Yeah, legit. Like she feels cool as fuck right now.
She is cool
She's
as
spent
fuck.
all of her movement, and she has no other target, so can't use a second multi-attack. But she just sort of whips her hair back, just sort of like Gleam sort of
That
raises
was
her
awesome.
eyebrows. She's like, yeah, it wasn't it? And she's like, She feels sexy right now. Flaps, it's you. Flopsy, Flopsy Lapoose, it's you.
Lapus.
Flaps Lapoo. Flaps Lapoo, it's going to you.
Good old Flips is gonna go bonkity bonk bonk with an 18.
You kick
Eight
the living
bludge.
shit out of me. How do you want to kill him?
He's just gonna look down a little tent peg with a nice bit of string coming off of it, but the string's like very lax, not taut. So he's just gonna hammer the tent peg down into the ground like a tent peg should be. Smack it straight into the ground.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it just like
nice and.
His entire body follows through with this, and just his tiny little feet are sticking up as he suffocates in the fucking. Yeah. He's dead.
Flopsy's going to jump out of the hole. I'm going to say my movement slowly in case anything's an attack of opportunity. Then he will... This one's just slow because I don't know where to go yet. Seeing that everybody's dead in this bottom section...
Oh, excuse me.
Flopsy...
Someone's been waiting for you to exit that hall as a reaction. We're making me a wisdom save.
Oh. Intriguey move. 4.
You're going to take a D6 fail reduction as you feel your blood start to boil with this hex.
I say, everybody, it's starting to get bloody warm in here.
Yeah.
I do believe I'm getting the vapors as well.
Evil little shits.
Let's see how far I can go. I can go to about there. I assume it was 5 feet to get out the hole. Or would it be double thing to get out the hole?
No, it's have you got? Oh no, it's climb speed. Yeah, it's double.
I will be there then, one block down.
Make a perception
I'm going to
check.
start walking down this way.
Mm-hmm.
Perceptione. 13 minus whatever a
Yeah,
d6
it's
is.
not
Is it
gonna make
even
it.
worth doing the d6?
Nope, it's not gonna make it. So you don't see anything down this corridor. Nothing at
This
all.
side's clear.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Well. I see that this guy's dead. That guy is dead. This guy is dead. It's Gleam. Gleam, stumbling around. Pats Octavia on the shoulder as she passes. And she's gonna give a bit of a check. Give a bit of a perceptione. Fail her tits off. And just cry. Not really. I'm not doing too good at this, she says. And, well, you might be wondering. Flopsy. You see
Yes.
in front of you, springing out of the shadows, revealing themselves immediately, a mite.
Aha, there you are.
Slashes at you for 22. They've rolled a fucking 4 so many times, it's a 6 piercing damage.
Damn.
As he slashes at you with his dagger.
Owie.
Wait, hang on. And his, let's see if he can do his thing, because each of them have now, like, used them, but they need to roll to... Oh! I say that. They need to roll to get him back, and guess what? He fucking does.
Oh, bad draw.
Give me a wisdom
Wisdom
save.
save.
Yes, please.
Do I need to
Oh,
minus a
yeah.
d6?
You need to minus your d6. Come on. Don't piss about now, floppers. Oh, bloody Nora! You're going to take a second hit. So now it's 2d6 now. And my gully gosh. Tell you now for price of fish. You're on 2. Ho. Archibald.
Well, more like Archimedes. Hey.
Hey.
Let's see. Now I could move there. I'll tell you what. As much as Archie would love to maintain awkward eye contact with Octavia while she does cool things, Archie can hear the sound of a bunny who doesn't sound like he's doing too good coming from over here. Moves on over here. Has a look around. What was that?
You see the half cover he's got there.
And I say to myself, oh, whatever, I don't give a shit about the half cover.
You don't, because you're a fucking... What is it, sharpshooter that gives you that?
Sharpshooter,
Hey!
yeah. I see it.
You put a
I
spin on that
disregard
arrow.
But I literally twirl my arrow. Bang. I don't even need to roll that d6.
You don't even need to roll that
already-
d6. Tell me how you want to crack this guy.
Literally, right? You see the shot looks like it would be impossible. You watch as the arrow is definitely going to hit into the wall, and then zoop, it just skips ever so slightly to the left, right? And then it looks like it's going to hit Flopsy right in the back of the head, and then it goes down and underneath his legs, twirls around behind the enemy and shoots him in the back of the head. And Archie's like, fuck, I've never done that before.
She's got foaming arrows.
Did you see that, Octavia?
Wait, what? She's like shouting
Nah.
around the corner.
Oh, crap.
Why? What did you do? It's something else's turn. And as Octavia runs round to see fucking what you doing, I'll tell you now for price of fish. He gets a slash of opportunity against her from an unknown source. Oh my goodness gracious me. The slash of opportunity comes from an unknown source. 20 to hit, 6 piercing. She's like, ah! That like really hurt her because you know she's only got that 16 fucking health.
Oh my god.
Make it here. Yeah, she's like, ah! And then she's gonna use a full action to dash up to you. It's another 30, so she can get here. What happened? And tries to see around the corner but can't.
The best. I'll have to tell you about it later. But it's my best shot of all time so far.
Oh, I wish I could have seen it. Floppers, it's you.
Flippy is gonna
Flumper.
Frumpus is gonna walk forward. 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm gonna do a perception check here to see if I can spot anyone.
Where's that perception check?
That is a 23, even with a minus. Should I do the minus
2,
d6?
It's 2 now, so yeah. Minus 2d6.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, make those rolls, Robbie.
Hey, 19.
4, yeah. 19. You are very confident that there's nothing around this area.
Okay, I actually mean it this time. This side is safe. 5, 10, that's the most of my movement. Can I still hear any, like...
Oh no, they've literally...
scuttling or ticking or anything?
No, when they're not moving, you can't hear it. The only time you've heard of anything is, like, Octavia running past that one and getting an attack of opportunity and her going, ah!
Right. I am going to... I can't even see Archie from here. So the thing that I wanted to do probably wouldn't make sense. I'm going to end my turn.
You can bunny hop.
I'll hold an action. I think I'll save the bunny hop in case I need to get away from something. I've only got 1 bunny hop left this long rest.
Right.
I'm going to hold my action to attack anything that tries to attack me.
Nice. Liam's going to make a perception check with 3d6 removed.
Oh my goodness,
Oops.
Gleam.
Or 3d6.
Oh my goodness,
That's minus 10, so that becomes a 9, and she can't see fuck all. But she's still gonna travel on down here, avoiding where she thinks that Octavia might have been attacked from. She was rolling with an advantage because obviously something happened around her, but she still lost, so yeah. That's Gleam. This guy.
Do you want to take the attack of opportunity though?
Is dead. No, because she avoided the area where she thought it came from, but she still can't see it because of its blending abilities. Archie, it's you. You can make a persuasion if you want to have a look around.
Persuade who?
That's a
Hey, you said the word wrong. Hey, loser.
Perception.
Right. I'm gonna stand in the middle of the room. I'm gonna do like a full 360 degrees. I'm gonna pretend I'm Clapperclaw. I'm gonna cry a single bubble for Clapperclaw. I'll tell you what, I'll not bother rolling that d6.
You don't have to bother rolling that d6 at all. And you see, next to this wall, the final guy, the last one.
Alright, Octavia, watch this.
I'm watching.
Not that one, not that one. you see as the first arrow Archie like fumbles, practically drops the arrow. It flies no more than like 2 centimeters before it just snaps in half midair. Not that one. Okay, what's this one? I got a bit nervous. You ever got stage fright before?
Yeah.
The exact same thing happens.
I like to imagine that, like, Octavia stood there, like, you know, like, sort of coyly, like, looking at you, like, in a bit of a sexy way, like, yeah, come on then, what are you gonna do? And you're just, like, so flustered that these two Nat Ones just, like, oh, fucking hell. She just does this like little look at you, like this little smirk, like sort of thing.
I've gone bright red.
Aw.
Redder than a Nat One.
Aw. Aw. Well, it's him now. And he. Oh my golly gosh. He can make it up to you. Alright? Jumping up towards you. With his little dagger out. 19 to hit.
Number 19.
5 piercing.
And baby.
Yeah.
That will hurt.
He's taking the... He's laughing at you, because he's like... But Octavia, she's gonna lick her little lips, wink a little eye at you, bring up the bow, pull the fucking string. That string's touching her lip, you know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
She's got it nice and fucking lined up. And I'll tell you right now, for the price of fish. First hit. She misses, she's like, yeah. I was just trying to show you, like, maybe what you looked like. And then the next one lines it up, she gets a 23. Fucking arrow just goes sailing through the air, just like, woo! Poof, and then absolutely obliterates it into smithereens.
To smithereens.
And you are out of initiative, as you presume... I know that you can't see them all and stuff, but Flopsy, I guess with your high perception before, you can see what's not there, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, it's all clear or whatever, and Gleam's like, no, yes, I can't see anything, so it must be all clear. Gleam, whatever. But Octavia just sort of comes like, sexily walking up to you, and she's like, oh, that's how it's done. Laughing.
Yeah, that is done how it sure that
She grabs the back of your neck and just kisses you, like just gives you the biggest smooch of all time.
eats my face off.
Literally, Gleam just like turns around really quick and she's like, Flopsy, I think they're having a moment, so I just yes, I think that's it. I believe.
In the background, I'm just getting like one of those famous mind flare kisses.
Are we still feeling really hot, or has that gone away?
You still feel really hot. Now, don't be mistaken by the ease of this fight. You have a hex on you, not a curse.
I don't know what that means.
It's a hex. You have this condition.
Well, maybe we should give them a bit of privacy while they get all hot and bothered.
Octavia's literally like dropped a fucking bow on the ground and she's just like pushing Archie towards this wall. Yeah, she's proper like, she's taking the lead on this shit. She's being very top-esque right now.
I know, she's loving every second of it.
Gleam peers around.
Flopsy's averting his eyes.
Yeah, Gleam like sort of like leans around the rock and then like catches it and she's like, yes, I think they're they're celebrating, I guess. Should we just stop and sort of listen for any other strange banging sounds? But maybe not coming from over there, of course, but Gleam's getting flustered.
I think yes. If we haven't explored the rest of this place, there could be something else in here. I suppose we could go up this way and check out if there's any banging noises around here.
Yes, good idea.
Not down there.
Good idea. Given it Gleam's like fucking absolute like about it all, you get the impression from her, like I have said previously, that she hasn't got like pretty much any experience of that, so seeing it is really shocking to her. So she's just like, oh goodness, they're very into each other, aren't they?
Yes, I think it's rather wonderful to see, don't you? I mean, it's a little bit full on sometimes, but you know, people express things in different ways, and I think it's nice to see them expressing how they feel.
Well, I mean, I know that lots of people are into that sort of thing, but I don't think I've never. I mean, you know, when Aerith was being all, you know, flirting with me and stuff, I was very...
Yes, you look beautiful without your mask, I've heard.
Oh, this whole thing. She just takes it off and shows you, like, her face or whatever. I do prefer to wear the mask. It's just, it's part of the ensemble, you know? I don't feel like I have to hide myself or anything. It's just a normal face. And you see that she is quite, like, pretty, like, muted, like, very plain pretty, you know? Like, she's got, like, a good, clean, sort of blemish-free face. But her black hair is actually the best feature, with it being so shiny and nice. And she just says, yes, it was very full on. I didn't expect anyone to be, like, interested in me, but then I shortly found that she wasn't really interested in me. But if I could divulge a little secret, I quite like your friend, the Air Genasi.
The edge. Oh, you mean Felix?
Oh yes, she kind of like has a little blush about her.
I've never really met anyone like Felix before, so I sometimes forget what he's actually called. Well, Felix is rather striking. I mean,
Very
as are you,
interesting.
after seeing you.
Yes, found to be very
Interesting.
yes, very interesting, very funny and light-hearted. You know, I like that a lot. And he gave me this, and she like shows the book. But, can you believe it? It's a book of flying acrobatic tricks. How unlikely he has such a thing. Sorry, Kate is just destroying my entire flat.
I fully knew that was Katie.
Yeah.
That's what you got from Felix. That's rather coincidental. I mean, Octavia got a granddad mug.
That's I like that though about him. They're very odd. And you continue looking around, and as you sort of continue this conversation, you see that everything's clear. There's nothing else in here, and that the noises were coming from just those playful, like, mischievous trickster mites.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've done it, but I still feel rather hot. I'm not sure about you.
Oh, it's boiling in here. I can't wait to get outside and feel a breeze again.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Perhaps we should go
Maybe you
the
need,
other way.
Yes. Perhaps you need some cold air of an air genasi whipping around you.
No, don't stop. she sort of like blushes at this, and she's like, well, I mean, I'm not sure if they're even interested in me. It seemed very cool, you know, and very just cool.
I wouldn't have a clue myself, but we're all... I don't think we've seen the last of Felix. For some reason or another, be it destiny or gods, we've bumped into him at least 3 times now, I think. I don't think this story ends without Felix coming back to us.
Well,
You'll at least get to hang out with him a bit more.
I do hope so. Does he not come back frequently, or... I mean, not that I particularly mind. I prefer free-spirited people who aren't necessarily attached to just one thing.
I tell you, there isn't a clock or a calendar that could keep Felix down.
I like that. I would rather... Well, he's very attractive, don't you think?
I see the strikingness in Felix's face, I guess, but I...
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm going on. I've never had any of this before. I don't know if you know that, but I mean,
well,
my career is my life, and I've never really been apart from my sister for long enough to meet new people.
Have you ever, just sat somewhere nice and held someone's hand?
Oh no, she gets really like ooh about that. No, I haven't. I'm quite averse to people touching me, in fact. But she like thinks about it for a little bit. She like a little smile comes on her face, and she's like, "Oh, I'd probably quite like to hold Felix's hand." Oh, I can't believe I'm admitting it. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Oh, I do hope to see them again. Anyway, sorry, I'm talking about it too much. Yes, and she like puts her mask back on, and straightens up, and starts to walk a little bit back after realising it's all clear. Looks down that one, and she's like, "Yes, we should go this way." But actually,
yes, I think they're holding hands again.
yeah, you might notice that contrary to what she actually said to you, when she puts this mask back on, all of that personality that she had before is just like completely masked. You know what I mean? She claims she doesn't use it as a mask, but she subconsciously does, and you can see that easily without insight or whatever. She comes around here, peeks around the corner, and not to be too grotesque, but Octavia is literally getting down with Archie right now. Like literally, like she's dropped a bag. A quiver of arrows is just on the floor. Like items scattered all over the place. A bag, Goob has sort of like rolled out of the bag a little bit, like because of everything she's just sort of like removed. Because obviously she's very warm too, so she's literally like sort of taking like a bit of her armor off and stuff just to like get more access to the body. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's the hair.
Give us a short rest.
Their hair, like literally, her hair is like fucking like humidity wise, it's like absolutely everywhere. Like fingers running through hairs and all that kind of stuff. Oh my god, they are into it right now.
Just remember, there's a -D6 to their performances. Flopsy's gonna.
Oh no, it's not got that far.
I'm joking.
No, it's not that far.
Flopsy's gonna walk this way in front of Gleam, obstructing her view of that, and just like fastly walk her, not like armor and shoulder or anything, because she's just said she doesn't like touch. So he's gonna kind of like guide her by walking in front of her view.
Oh yeah.
In this way. You see, Gleam, you might not know what's happening, but when a bird loves a bee very much and starts walking her out of the
or when a flower loves a bee. Amador over here. What's going on in there then, eh? and then Uglay's like as if to be like, don't do it.
We managed to save the day and everybody is safe.
Oh, wonderful.
Archie and Octavia are just saving the day a little more, and they'll join us outside when they're finished saving each other's day.
Oh, wonderful. I get the euphemism. He pats his face, which is just with a full stem, just whips his own face as if to pat his nose. Well, myself and Polynella have in fact been doing something very similar. And Polynella's like...
Flopsy leans into Gleam. Thank goodness Holland is asleep.
Oh yes, is he? He's a child, isn't he?
Sort of.
Oh, poor thing. Oh.
I like to think he still is.
Want to see growing up a little faster than you'd expect.
Flopsy just kind of looks over at asleep in Holland, foot twitching. Yes. A bit too fast.
And that is where we're going to end the session.
Oh!
Hey! What a final line!
Way!
Bloody Nora!
Holy smackerel.
Holy Octavia and Archie, jeez.
Oh, I'll tell you something.
Well, you know, Octavia's confidence lessons are certainly paying off. That fucking no-look hit, though, was... Oh, come on, Octavia, let's go. She's even, like, took a bit of the scratch damage as well, so she's a bit, like, roughed up. So, like, hey, you know what I'm saying. But, yeah. Anyway, bloody Nora. I'll say this.
Bloomin' heck.
Bloomin' heck. I'll say this right now for the price of fish. Thanks, Cade, for listening.
Hi, Cade.
Shout out to Cade. Love you,
Bonjour,
Cade.
Love you, Cade.
We love you, Cade. And, yeah, I'll say that's that.
Well, thanks, Nat One, for watching. These videos are posted on YouTube, so make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and tap the notification bell. Yeah.
And the Easter egg?
An Easter egg. Octavia getting those mind flayer kisses in.
Slurpy, slurpy. All right.
Slurpy, slurpy.
Bye, everybody.
Sayonara.
Toodle pips.